A lot of people have been playing with Weiss and just like messing around with her. If they're at least curious, they were messing around with her, of course. So people are asking a lot about land cancels, which I made a video on, of course, and just explaining the basic bread and butter that you can do with land cancels and a very simple way to be able to tell you how to do it. So now that people are watching it, people are struggling with it, and with good reason. This is not easy at all. This is not easy, especially to get consistently and in a match. This is the same concept as riding or driving a manual car or a stick. Once you know how to do it, it's pretty simple. Like the process to how you do it, it's actually pretty easy. Is actually performing the task is what you need to train and practice at. Like, you know how to shift gears, you know how to press on the clutch on a manual car, but you have to practice actually taking your clutch off of, taking your foot off the clutch and actually shifting gears. You have to just practice it because you know how to do it in your head, but performing it is where the real magic happens. It's the same concept here. So I showed you how to do it in that one video, but I'm gonna give you like a few tips to make this a little bit easier. And from there on out is just practice, and this is gonna be hard. Today I had to do it a few times before I can get it consistently again. Like, before you play with Weiss, do not go in there cold. Do not go anywhere cold with Weiss, especially if you're using land cancel. To practice and just get warmed up. A few tips that I can basically give to Weiss land canceling. Hold on, I have the inputs turned on over there. People are actually attempting to do like doing the actual special move before you hit the ground and then press B twice. So like doing it like that. So they always get a special move. Here is the thing with that. When you try to actually do the move instead of using the move to cancel and use it as a buffer, you're always going to, more times than not, you're never gonna get this land cancel. What I mean by that is if you use the special move as a buffer instead of an actual like actually inputting the move really low to the ground, that's the main difference. So for example, people are just going way low to the ground and trying to land cancel just like that. As you can see my inputs over here, if you see, this is what people are trying to do. Quarter circle back with B as soon as they hit the ground. Here's what you need to do, all right? Here's the main thing. This is how I do it, at least. I think there's other ways to be able to do this, but this is how I get my land cancels almost all the time. So if you do the combo, okay, and you actually, here's the inputs that I'm doing. So I did the combo, went up in the air, JBBC, canceled it. What I did was, when I do the C, and I'm still in the air, I'm buffering. What that means, during the recovery of JC, the animation, I'm inputting down, back, and then going all the way forward. It says up forward, but I'm actually trying to do forward. But anyways, I do forward, and then I hit the button as soon as I hit the ground. As soon as I hit the ground. That's in just one single button. Just like that, and you get it. Just like that, all right? If you try to actually special cancel really low to the ground, that's when things start to turn a little sour. So you have to buffer the motion, quarter circle back while you're in recovery of the JC. So like, while you're here, you start buffering quarter circle back, and then as soon as you hit the ground, you press forward and 5B. As soon as you hit the ground. And you have to work on the timing as well. Timing is important because if you get the wrong timing, then you might get a snowfall, which is this move right here. And if you input it too late, then you might get a dash strike, okay? So you have to work on the precise timing where everything will kind of like just bond together and actually get you a land cancel, all right? As long as you get that buffer in and you press forward and B at the exact same time as you're landing, you're gonna get the land cancel. Now, when it comes to other land canceling other moves, that's a little different. That's for another thing entirely. But most Weiss players go for this. This is like the main thing you have to practice, and you have to do before you get into the crazy stuff, which is like land canceling into 2C. There we go, we got it there. Anyways, I got it. It's a little bit harder. to be able to do it. But the easiest way to do this and the best way to practice this is to do the 5B. So buffer as soon as you hit the ground. And then of course you can start practicing timing. That's just a quick little tip for the land cancels. So you're doing it, yeah, and you'll keep doing it the more you practice it. I've been doing this since before, like since Evo last year. I've been doing land cancels for a year. I've been doing land cancels since Evo last year, dude. I literally have been busting my ass to get consistent with land cancels. I remember when they were first discovered and I was doing the exact same thing. I was trying to special cancel at the very bottom, at the very low, instead of buffering it. And I'm like, I cannot get this. This is terrible.